Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I have to do something a little bit different than usual. The reality is that this morning, while I was doing the ironing, Sunshine came in and she was very adamant that we speak. And she said, we're not going to do a dream today, but she said, we need to talk. And I could sense that there was something very, very important that she needed to tell me. And vis-a-vis, I tell you. We're doing something a bit different today. I'm not going to pull a oracle card. I am instead going to pull the tarot and see if what she says may have something to do with this shift or this change that I'm feeling here. Let me see if I can get this. Okay. So I've got the Gilded Tarot. That's the deck that I usually use for things like this. And I'm really surprised because usually I've been using the Oracle of Mystical Moments for the dream sequences, but she told me quite adamantly, no, we're not going to be discussing dreams per se, but we have to have a talk. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these and give them a good mix. And I'm going to see if I can get somebody can come in with tell me to stop. Okay, somebody just did, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And the card I got is the Empress. And the Empress is what I recall about her is it is about birth, about the rebirth, about the powerful, painful parts of childbirth, which I never experienced, so I can't really say, but anybody who's a mother might be able to tell me, yes, childbirth is very, very painful. It is excruciating. And after the birth, then it's just this glorious, wonderful thing. And so, based on what Sunshine told me in the meditation, and based on this card, we are in the process of a rebirth. We are going through a stage called rebirth. And so this is like a very, very significant thing. And I'm going to just pull this card to one side and I'm going to read you the meditation, and then you'll see why it is that this card is so vitally significant with regards to what's going on here. Pulling a major arcana means that something's going on, and I am sort of in that process. And so I wrote day 10. I said, this is still in the something new cycle, and this is definitely something new. So I'm just going ahead and continuing with the days as noted on the thing. But today's day number 10 is May 13th, 2025. I wrote no dream. So there's no dream really as in that sense. And it says Sunshine needs to chat, or she wants to chat with me. So I said, okay. So I start out by saying, okay, Sunshine, you've been driving me to distraction all morning. What's going on? And Sunshine says straight up, something big is coming and you have to be prepared for it. I'm not saying this to scare you because I think you sense it, but we need to talk about it. I said, okay, the first thing that came up this morning was about that airplane. What is the significance of that? And I have to pause for just a moment just to tell you that while I was doing the ironing, Sunshine was telling me something about the serial number on the airplane that Qatar wants to give to the president in the US. And there's something significant about that. And she said that the serial number of that airplane is going to create some problems for him in relation to the people in the country. So that is what she said. And so I'm going to go back into this. It says, Sunshine says the significance of this is going to bust things wide open. As I said, this isn't bad, but it's a part of the path that will lead to something massive. The earth is changing in a very dramatic way. You are seeing it. As you watch videos specifically about the new Pope, all of the energy is now on him. It will be not on the awful people, but rather it will be about the shift in consciousness that is resting solely on the shoulders of the man in the Vatican. This energy is so massively strong, it will ultimately knock the tyrants of the world right off their virtual pedestal. The thing you need to know is that change is coming, and that change is going to affect everyone on a planetary level. I said the change being an overthrow of the tyrants. And Sunshine says, yes. And those who have followed those tyrants will want to come back. They will want to come back into your life as well as the lives of those who have been impacted. I said, what should we do? Sunshine says, be aware of them. Be aware that you can go through a portal with them, or you can stay where you are. The important message is that soon you will be faced with a choice. I said, about them? I said, Sunshine, it's very difficult for me to imagine the condition of speaking to people who have willingly done this. It is like trying to find a reason to forget that someone has outwardly shown disdain towards you. Sunshine says, remember what Jesus did. And I said, I know, which is what makes it all the more difficult. To forgive is easy. To say I forgive this person for harming me, but the act of forgetting is not so easy. Somewhere there is a barricade between them and me based on the concept of trust. I do not trust them anymore. And Sunshine says, I know, and I know that this sounds counterproductive to you. But the message is to trust us. Trust your team, Yvette. We will not leave you to face these things on your own. The importance of the coming events are for them to open their eyes so that they will see what they have done. They will be looking at their own sense of hypocrisy as it stares them in the face. To see what they have done was a sign of their hypocrisy. They do not want to see it, but the message is they will have to see it before they can venture forward. The Pope will be the leader in this lesson. He will have to show them that their decisions led to the ultimate downfall of the country. I said, are you saying that America is on the verge of collapse? Sunshine says, I am saying that, yes. That the hypocrisy is the uneven bridge, the platform that is wavering. I said, I keep seeing one of Cash Peter's drawings as you were speaking. It is truly playing out as he envisioned. Sunshine says, yes, the leader of the U.S. standing on an uneven platform with nothing beneath it. It is indeed wavering. And the notion is that it will ultimately collapse because of his weight, or collapse beneath his weight. As it falls, so too do the tyrants around the world will fall, one by one like domino stones. It will happen, and you will collectively be surprised. Some will even be shocked. These events will play out. All of this will be centered on Pope Leo XIV. It will show the name, although simple in sound, will be a mighty roar that will resonate around the world. The people who follow him and his message will stand up, and those who had been blinded by pride and arrogance will begin to understand the error in their ways. You mentioned a few days ago that the name Leo is very simple, and it shows a level of simplicity that cannot be understated. That is what is going on. The muling of a baby lion has grown to a lion, and it now growls. He is now standing above the evil and above with a loud roar. I say, you make me think of Simba in The Lion King or Aslan in the Narnian Chronicles. Both of them are powerful lions with good hearts and well-meaning intentions. And Sunshine says, yes, the idea of the mighty lion and the concept of the king of beasts is not far removed from what Leo the 14th will represent to humanity. It is not purely a Catholic thing. This is about a man who takes the role of leadership and leads as a humble leader. I said, so Leo the 14th is the humble king, the throne to the left of the progressive nature of the man and how he leads his church. Sunshine says, yes, all of this. What is happening you foresaw in your dream. The humble king is the present pope. The humble king is the goodness and reliance that the man not only shows to the masses, but it is his legacy. He is the humble king, and although no, he would never say, I am a king, he represents the qualities of a humble king. He is a true leader. He is the love that will defeat the hate. I said, I just had a question, but now I can't remember. And Sunshine says, you wanted to know if your dream was a symbol of a perceived future. The dream you had was a glimpse into the future. What do you believe was the reason that the chat you had with the Pope? Or what was the reason for that chat you had with the Pope? I said, Mr. Rogers said it was me being on the same level as the Pope. Sunshine says, it's true. The entire dialogue you had with the Pope was back in April 2024, and it was another glimpse into the future. But when you had that dream about the humble king, you were not aware that this was the future. In fact, you asked about whether or not a humble king existed because in your own words, you said, I don't see anyone becoming the humble king. Now do you? Do you see that one man has become the embodiment of the humble king? One person has laid the groundwork for the idea that love can overcome hate, righteousness can defeat adversary, and the earth can progress as was intended. Humanity is struggling. People are asking if there's a point to all of this. The reality is, yes, there is a point to it. There is a reason for it, and it will present itself in due course. What you need to do is be open to it. The reason that we have taken a break today is so that I can tell you that change is at hand. It may get harder before it gets better, but it will get better. The storm clouds will dissipate and the sun will shine again. What I want you to do is continue. Keep doing what you are doing. Listen for a message from us, Metatron, Mr. Rogers, or anyone who you know is good and will never let you down. Be aware that your dreams are the key that will open doors, even the dreams that may not seem all that significant to you. Allow these messages in them to fill you and lead you to understanding. If for any reason you take a pause from sharing them, it will be because a new message is being sent. You will know internally the days when you must pause the dreams and move forward and share these messages. I said, I know you seemed very adamant today. I kept thinking, what a pushy guide. And Sunshine says, it was nearing time for you to start your communion with us, and I knew that I needed to give you this message. It is absolutely imperative for you to be listening. The energies will shift. Messages can come at any time during the day. Many will come when you are not seated at the table. They will come through dreams, interactions, and from watching videos of others. Like the information about the plane, you will go get flashes. We will be sending you important messages in the days to come. As you move through all of this, you will be receiving messages. The significance lies in sharing of these messages. Opportunities will come and you will be able to share all of the things that you have learned. Be open to that and know that the changes that you hope to see in the world will ultimately come. I said, is there anything else I need to do? And she said, just stay aware that things are changing. Be mindful of the notion that things will now be different than what they were. You cannot go back to the past. The genie cannot be put back into the bottle. Things are what they are for a divine reason, and all of the people are growing into awareness of that. I said, I just heard the song, This is the Dawning of the Age of Aquarius, filter through my mind. And Sunshine says, it is, and astrologically, that is what the world is seeing. A new dawn, a new day, and a new and corrected timeline. It will not be easy, but it will bring a brighter new day. I said, it sounds like the world really is having a shift. And Sunshine says, it is. And the old religion, the patriarchy, and all these ideas are dying off. They are being replaced by a new way of belief, which is encased in mysticism. The notion that people have to fit into a box designed as old-time religion is no longer applicable. These people will try again and again to hold on to their power, but they will fail because the people are done with them. This is the wave of the future. I said, it gives me hope. And Sunshine says, yes, that is the underlying energy. It starts with a humble king, or in this case, a humble pope. And it spreads outward like a pebble splashing into a calm lake. The ripples will extend outward and create a new and glorious tomorrow. And I said, thank you, Sunshine. And she says, I'm always here. And when you need us, we listen. Please do the same. And this is where we are. We are about to give birth. And there will be a new dawn, a new day. And I feel fine. To quote Michael Bublé, I feel fine. But looking at this card, I think this is like very significant. But I'm going to pull another card. I'm going to see what's underneath this, what lies underneath this. And what lies beneath it is the Nine of Swords, sleepless nights, restlessness. This is what we are experiencing right now as we prepare for this. We are experiencing a lot of sleepless nights. We are dealing with a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of struggle. And we are lying awake at night wondering what's going to happen tomorrow, what the day is going to bring. And it will bring this. It will bring the birth. The painfulness, the hurt, the anxiety. But the dawn will come. We will pick up our swords, we will carry them forward, and we will see what the next steps will be. There will be a lot of struggle. There will be a lot of heartache. But justice will be served. That is what will happen. We will find justice in all of this. All the pain, all the sadness, all the sorrow, all the anxiety will end with justice. And that is where we are going. That is the start. That is the conclusion. So, I'm getting better at these cards. Isn't that great? Thank you, my guides, for giving me that information and that insight. Thank you also for watching. This has been one of the most insightful videos I've done to date. I'm very, very pleased that Sunshine decided to interrupt me while I was doing my chores, but it was very important that she did. And I think that what she's got to tell me was absolutely masterful. So thank you, Sunshine. And I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for understanding that the dream sequences will be coming when I am able to, when I'm not getting messages from my guides. But I felt that this was very, very vitally important for me to share, and I am very grateful for it. So thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. And as always, namaste.